Each and every game you go to, their whistles pierce the air around athletes.
My athletic career was over, and this is my way of staying involved with sports and kids.
Zebra, Blue, Ref, they're all nicknames for officials. Pat Zink has been one for more than 30 years and is currently the assigner for high school softball and Legion and Babe Ruth baseball. He says there's a major problem.
For softball, I had 13 total officials this year. And when you take into consideration I had 13 schools and you put 2 umpires on a field at a time, ideally, we got to be real careful juggling schedules so that we can cover all of that.
High school baseball also ran at around 13 officials last season. Other sports ran at much higher numbers. Football, headed by Corky Fazio, had 43 in the stripes. But that number's not as high as it seems.
There are times where we'll have 12 football games. Well, that's if you need 4 officials for each game, right there is 48. And if you have Lewiston and Moscow playing, you'll need a 5th person, so we'll need 50 officials. Well, we're short.
It's a problem being seen across the country.
Numbers have taken a sharp decline. I started this business in the fall of 91, and we are down 45%.
Darren Malm is the District 2 rules interpreter, and he also officiates. Last year, there were 50 basketball referees. When he began blowing the whistle nearly 30 years ago, there were around 95 refs.
A hard thing to fathom that we've came to that point where it's going to be tough to cover games.
Changes have already started to show.
I've had to tell them, I don't have officials for your game, so you're going to have to reschedule.
Callie McPhee coordinates with volleyball officials. She currently has 25. That's significantly more than some other sports. But it's still not enough.
Sometimes last minute, we're having to send 1 official to places instead of having 2 on a match.
Everyone we spoke with says they have some officials working 6 nights a week just trying to get the games filled.
It could come to a time where it might be really hard to support high school athletics with the umpires. And I would hate for shortage of umpires to be the reason that kids don't get to play games.
That's who it's for, and so it's just hard to watch those kind of situations happen and say, sorry.
Each official wants to do their job to the best of their ability, but with decreasing numbers, it usually means an increase in missed or incorrect calls.
What you're doing is you're increasing my chances of failure when I have to work with deficient numbers of people.
Right now, most games are still being played, especially at the varsity level. However,
canceling games isn't too far down the road if numbers continue to decline.
Ways to work around it are already being used.
Pullman Association has helped us out, as well as the Coeur d'Alene Association, District 1.
Another idea is easing the workload and spreading out games. Instead of 12 games in one night, Fazio says trying to schedule 12 games over 3 nights could be an option.
Possibly look at going with Thursday night, possibly going with Saturday night.
All officials say, though, something needs to be done to prevent further decreases in officiating numbers.